Hello everyone, welcome to JS Cakes and my name is Deepak. Here in this tutorial we are going to be talking about pipes. So what are pipes? Pipes are functions that are used to transform data in template. In general, pipes are pure functions that don't cause side effect. Angular has number of helpful built-in functions that you can use as a pipe, and it is important you can import and use them in your component. You can also create a custom pipe. In this activity, what we are going to do is we'll first of all show you how to use a pipe and what pipe is all about, and we'll also show you the structure. Post that, we'll try to also create some custom pipes. So without further ado, let me quickly take you to the VS Code, and there we will try to write and use some of the custom pipes. So as we can see, we have committed all our codes as of now. So you can see that the GitHub link over here is absolutely empty, meaning all the code that we have been working all that while has been committed and it's already been pushed to GitHub. And now what I'm going to do is I'll just quickly try to import some of the built-in pipes from Angular and then try to use them. So let's just open the home component, and here at the home component we had declared all of this. Now you may also notice that we had been using one particular pipe is called JSON, and if you remember that then while we were working on this particular component, I had told you that we would discuss that in a future episode, and today is when we are going to be talking about this particular function. So there are some of the built-in function already available from the Angular framework. So let me just try to write down something over here. So let's say there is a variable called name, and let me just say full name, and then we are going to be displaying this full name over here. And let me also declare a full name from the home component. So what I'm going to do is I'll just write down full name is of type string. Let me declare it as a John Doe, and then you may notice that it is written as in a camel case. However, we want to only display this as an uppercase or a lowercase. So how do we do that? To transform this particular data in a template, we use pipe, right? Please also note that the word which I've used transform, right? So transform is also a function within pipe, and that's what we're going to be seeing in a little while from now whenever we do the custom pipe. But let me just import a few pipe here, right? So one of the pipe is that it is called uppercase. So let me put a uppercase pipe, as you can see over here, and let me also declare lowercase pipe, right? And then once you declare both of them, there is a yellow color squiggly which is being shown. Uppercase pipe is not used within the template of home component, and that's what we're going to be doing now. Inside the home component, let me just declare uppercase, and this similarly I'm going to be declaring another one as a lowercase. Once you do that, you may notice that the yellow color squiggly between underneath the uppercase pipe and lowercase pipe has been disappeared. So let me save all of this and quickly take you to the browser. So let me take a look at the Chrome, and there you go. Now you can see that the John Doe is displayed twice, one in the uppercase and the second one is in the lowercase. So that's all about built-in custom pipe, right? So there are multiple pipes available within this, and in order to see a gist of those, what I'm going to do is I'll take you to the Chrome, and then we will try to open the documentation from the Angular. You can see some of the examples that we have just recently used for the lowercase and uppercase given over here. And in case if you want to dive deeper into it, you can just go and read this particular documentation, and it will give you a good enough understanding of how to use pipe and what pipe is all about. As we have seen that we have essentially formatted some of the values using these two pipes, which is the lowercase and the uppercase. Similarly, if you go to the next documentation or the next page in the documentation, you can actually do a number of other things using the pipe, which is date pipe, which is formatting the date and also formatting the number for decimal or something of that sort, right? So now what I'm going to do is I'll just quickly show you an example, and the example is of a date. So let me take you to the code, and here in the code we have displayed the full name. Now let's assume that we want to display date right? And today date I'm going to be displaying here, or I'm going to be declaring this here. And now if we try to open, or if we try to see that how really date works, in order to see this, I'll take you again to the Chrome browser, and there you can see that the date appears like this. Today is a Friday, February 7th, 2025, and the time here in the Indian Standard Time format, right? And let's say if I just want to display a date which is not that comprehensive, I just want to display the date. So there are a few pipes available which I can make use of. So what I'm going to do is, like, I'll just display the medium date. In order to do this, I'm going to be today date, and then I'm going to be making use of a date pipe, and also medium, and this medium, and then this particular date function, or the date pipe, is going to be transforming this particular date into the medium date format. And let's just take you to the Chrome and show you what medium date format is all about. So now you can see that the date has been transformed, right? Similarly, there are multiple other built-in functions available, or there are multiple other built-in pipes available from the Angular. You can make use of those, and there is a comprehensive list available in the documentation of Angular. You can very well go there and check yourself how many other transform method that you can run on your template to display multiple different data. Right now I'm going to be taking you to the code. Now it's time for us to write a custom pipe ourselves, right? So in order to write a custom pipe, what we're going to do is, like, I'm going to be declaring or creating a file. Inside that file I'm going to be making it a pipe, right? So in order to do this, what I'm going to do is, like, I'll just take you to the here, and inside the shared folder I'm going to be making another folder with the name pipe, and inside the pipe I'm going to be creating this, and let's say jsgigs.pipe.ts. So what I'm going to do is, like, I'll just so this particular pipe is going to be, whenever it is going to be used in the template, what it would do is, like, it will just append and prepend your text with JSGigs, and that's what we're going to be seeing now. In order to do this, firstly we will have to import pipe and pipe transform from Angular core. So in order to do this, let me just start importing these from Angular core, and it's going to be pipe transform, and I'm going to be declaring it with the @pipe symbol, and then inside it I'm going to be providing the details of pipe. So the name of the pipe is JSGigs. Let's save it, and now I'm going to be declaring a class pipe transform. Whenever you implement a particular interface called pipe transform, so transform method, it has one function parameter, and that parameter will essentially receive the text on which you are going to be applying this pipe to. For example, here in case of a home component, you can see that the uppercase was applied to full name. Similarly, the lowercase was applied to full name. So uppercase and lowercase pipe would have had a function called transform, and that particular transform function would have received full name as a value over here, and that value is something you can massage and change the way you like. So in our case, what I'm going to do is, like, I'm just going to be appending that with the JSGigs. So let's say value.uppercase, and let me also append it. Right, so now you can see that whenever I'm going to be applying this particular pipe JSGigs anywhere on the template, it is going to be appending JSGigs welcomes you in the end, right? So now let me try to use that in the home component. In order to use that in the home component, I'm also going to be importing this. So JSGig pipe, and here I'm going to be making, rather commenting these two, and instead of a lowercase, JS kicks, right? And I'm also going to be removing these two from here. I'm going to be removing the unused pipes from here because I have not going to be making use of uppercase and lowercase. And let's just see that in an action. So let me take you to the Chrome browser, and here at the Chrome browser I'll take you here. There you go. So it says John Doe's JS Kicks welcomes you, right? So, and let me just refine this a little bit more. I'm also going to be putting a comma here. So JS Kicks, comma. Before the JS Kicks, I'm going to be putting a comma, and also I need that date to appear in the second line. So I'm going to be putting that in a paragraph tag up here, which is a block level element. And similarly, I'm going to be putting this also inside a div. Let me take it to the Chrome browser and see that in action. And there you go. Now you can see that it appears in two different lines. First one tells you that John Doe JS Kicks welcomes you, and the second one, it tells you the date, right, and the format that is required and intended. So that's all about the Angular tutorial so far, ladies and gentlemen. We have happily finished the Angular basic tutorial. So next chapter onwards, what I'm going to do is, like, I'm just going to be writing more comprehensive code to create a template, something similar to this. So what we're going to do is, like, we are just going to be writing all that code to create Angular 19 dashboard, which will look something similar to this one, and it will have these many tabs available here. We are going to be making use of a particular MIT licensed template available out there in the over the internet, and I'm going to be making use of it in my Angular application. So you're going to be creating something similar, an application which will look something like this. At the end, you can see all these cards over here, danger card, all of that, and you can also see that the side panel opens and closes like this. The styling for this particular template applies on a bootstrap CSS. I'm going to be making use of all of this. So stay tuned if you want to know more about it, and if you're interested in writing more comprehensive code to create a production grade application, something similar to what you have been seeing on your screen right now. Stay tuned, and if you have not really subscribed to my channel, please do so, because it's really going to be interesting going forward. So thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for listening in, and stay tuned. I'm going to be posting a next video in which I'll create this particular web application using Angular 19. So thank you once again.